Did you know that at its peak, the Persian Empire covered over 2 million square miles, stretching from the Balkans to India? Imagine an empire so vast. It connected cultures, ideologies, and innovations that continue to shape the world today. But how did such a mighty empire rise, and what happened after its fall? Join us as we dive into the rich history of Iran, from the powerful reign of Cyrus the Great to the modern-day nation we know today. We'll explore the rise of the Persian Empire, its cultural achievements, and the lasting impact Persia had on the world. Let's dive in. The rise of the Persian Empire. Over 2,500 years ago, the Persian Empire began with a man named Cyrus the Great. Before he became a mighty ruler, Persia was made up of several semi-nomadic tribes living on the Iranian plateau, raising sheep and goats. But one day, everything changed. Cyrus, a brilliant leader, united these tribes and formed the Achaemenid Empire. What made Cyrus stand out from other rulers of his time? Unlike many conquerors, Cyrus didn't impose his culture on the lands he conquered. Instead, he respected their traditions, religions, and way of life. One of his most famous acts was the Cyrus Cylinder, where he declared that the Jews who had been enslaved in Babylon should be freed and allowed to return to their homeland. Isn't that incredible? Cyrus believed in creating a peaceful and just empire, one that embraced different cultures rather than forcing everyone to follow one way of life. The empire stretched from modern-day Greece to the Indus Valley in India. Under his leadership, Persia became the largest empire the world had ever seen. But how did such a vast empire stay strong and united? The secret was in Cyrus's approach to governance. He believed in respecting the people and their customs. Darius the Great, expanding the empire. After Cyrus's death, his son Cambyses II took over, and the empire continued to grow. But the real high point of the Persian Empire came under Darius the Great, a ruler who expanded the empire even further. Darius was not just a military leader, he was a brilliant organizer and reformer. He created a system of roads and standardized laws that made communication and trade easier across the empire. Can you imagine traveling from Egypt to India and still being able to use the same currency and measurements? Darius also built incredible infrastructure like roads and canals, allowing goods and ideas to flow throughout the empire. But perhaps his most important achievement was his ability to bring together so many different peoples and cultures. This empire wasn't just about military power. It was about unity and cooperation. The Persian Empire, a beacon of culture and innovation. The Persian Empire was not only a political and military power, it was also a cultural powerhouse. Persian art, architecture, and ideas spread far and wide. The famous Persepolis, the capital city of the Achaemenid Empire, was a marvel of ancient architecture, filled with grand palaces, beautiful carvings, and stunning sculptures. Persian artists were masters of stone reliefs, and their metalwork was some of the finest in the ancient world. The Persians also made great strides in science, astronomy, and mathematics. Many of the advancements we take for granted today, such as the concept of zero in mathematics, were developed by Persian scholars. Isn't it fascinating how the ideas of ancient Persia still shape our world today? Persia was a land of innovation and progress, influencing the development of art, culture, and scientific knowledge far beyond its borders. The fall of the Persian Empire. Despite its greatness, the Persian Empire didn't last forever. The downfall began when Xerxes I, the son of Darius, led an invasion of Greece in 480 BCE. The famous Battle of Thermopylae is one of the most well-known moments in this war, where a small group of Spartan soldiers made a stand against the much larger Persian army. But the story isn't as simple as just 300 Spartans. It was a conflict between two powerful cultures, and the Greek city-states eventually triumphed, dealing a huge blow to Persian power. However, despite the loss in Greece, the Persian Empire remained a major power for many years after Xerxes' invasion. But the real end came when Alexander the Great of Macedonia defeated the Persians in 330 BCE. With his victory, the mighty Persian Empire fell, but its influence didn't vanish. The ideas, art, and culture of Persia continued to shape the world, especially through the Hellenistic period that followed. Even after the empire was overthrown, the Persian language, traditions, and governance models influenced the regions under Greek control for centuries. Persia's influence lies on the Islamic Golden Age. Even after the fall of the Achaemenid Empire, Persia's legacy lived on. In the 7th century, after the spread of Islam, Persia became part of the Islamic Caliphate. However, the Persian identity didn't disappear. Instead, It blended with a growing Islamic culture, creating a unique fusion of traditions. During the Islamic Golden Age, Persian scholars made huge contributions to medicine, astronomy, and mathematics. Some of the greatest minds in history came from Persia, including Avicenna, a doctor who is often called the father of modern medicine. Persian poets like Rumi and Hafez wrote works that are still loved today. The arts, sciences, and philosophy of Persia continue to influence both the Islamic world and Europe, leaving a lasting legacy in both the East and West. Iran in the modern era. Now let's jump ahead to modern times. After centuries of political changes and invasions, Persia became the country we know today as Iran. In the early 20th century, Iran underwent a revolution, eventually becoming a constitutional monarchy under the Pahlavi dynasty. But the biggest transformation came in 1979 when the Islamic Revolution overthrew the monarchy and established the Islamic Republic of Iran. This marked the beginning of a new era for Iran, one defined by both religious and political changes. Iran became a theocratic republic, meaning the country is governed by both religious leaders and elected officials. In recent years, Iran has faced challenges like economic sanctions, regional conflicts, and international tensions, but it remains a crucial player in the Middle East. Iran in 2025, what's happening now? So, what about Iran today? In 2025, the country is led by Ebrahim Raisi, who became president in 2021. Despite facing challenges such as economic sanctions, political isolation, and tensions with the West, Iran continues to play an important role in the Middle East. The country has strong ties with Russia, China, and other nations, while its relationship with the United States remains complicated. But it's not just about politics. Iran has also made huge advances in technology and science. The country has a growing space program, with plans to send satellites into space and even explore the moon. Iran is also a leader in nuclear energy, though its nuclear program has sparked controversy around the world. One of the most exciting developments in Iran today is the country's growing youth population. Iran has a young, educated, and tech-savvy generation that is eager to connect with the rest of the world. How will this generation shape Iran's future? Only time will tell. Iran's youth is already playing an important role in shaping the country's culture, from technology startups to art and activism. The cultural legacy of Iran. Despite the political challenges, the cultural heritage of Iran continues to thrive. Persian art, literature, and food are beloved around the world. Did you know that Persian carpets are some of the most highly sought after in the world? Or that Persian cuisine, with its rich flavors and unique dishes, is enjoyed by millions globally? Even in 2025, Iran's cultural influence is strong. Whether it's the ancient Persepolis, the beautiful Persian poetry of Rumi, or the delicious kebabs and stews of Persian cuisine, the legacy of Persia continues to shape the world. This cultural vibrancy not only strengthens Iran's identity, but also helps build bridges across the world. Iran's future. So, what's next for Iran? With its rich history, vibrant culture, and growing influence in global politics, the future of Iran looks both challenging and exciting. How will the country navigate its relationship with the rest of the world? What role will it play in the global community in the years to come? As we've seen, the story of Iran is far from over. From the glory of the Persian Empire to the complexities of modern-day Iran, the country's history is full of surprises, challenges, and triumphs. Thanks for joining me on this fascinating journey through time. If you enjoyed learning about Iran's incredible history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing videos like this one. See you next time.